Hello everyone. So we have been talking about JavaScript DOM for a while now, but we haven't actually talked about createElement method or appendChild or removeChild from the DOM or to the DOM. So document createElement, what it does is create an HTML element. Let's go to our HTML. Let's say we have an H1 right here. Sorry, so we have an HTML H1 here, but we can do the same thing with JavaScript as well. Let's see how we can do that. Let's it is already connected. Okay, great. So let's do document dot cons. Let's say I want to target this as well. Let's say heading equal to document dot create element. Then say h1, and do I need to do it in string? Let's see some examples. Add element, yeah, we need to do it in string. So let's do h1 and let's go ahead and do. So we have now created an h1, right? So let's log out the heading and see what do we see in our log. We must do open with live server to open our server, which will open in this browser automatically after a while. And oh my god, I need to remove the background color to gray or something. uh let's just remove this totally and keep it white. Okay, let's go to log, and as we can see we have created an element and we are logging it. Document.createElement h1. So we have created an h1. We can do the same for, let's say, paragraph, and let's create p tag instead of h1. And we didn't log it actually. Let's log paragraph, and we get an empty p tag as well. Okay, so how do we add these to this HTML right here? How do we do that? We do that with appendChild. So let's do that. We must target the whole body first. Let's do that. Let's see some examples right here. Document.body.appendChild, like that. Great. Let's see the DOM of our this code first, and as we can see we have the very same thing in the HTML. If we see the HTML right here, so it has same h1 tag and then a script tag in our body, and h1 tag and a script tag right here. So let's do document.body.appendChild and then add heading, and we'll do a copy by alt shift and down arrow. We do a copy and then just uh, edit the paragraph right here, and we should now see uh, yes, an empty h1 and an empty paragraph in here as well, because we have appended the child to document.body. So what do we get by document? We already know, we have seen in our previous video that this whole thing is document. That is why we call it document object model, right? So we are targeting the document and then the body part, and then we are doing append child heading, which we have created right here. We have created an element right here, h1 or paragraph, and then we have appended it to the body. We can do it in the head as well. Let's see, for example, as we can see in our head we have h1 and we have our p tag in our head now, because we have said here document dot head dot append child. uh okay, so how is this useful, you might think? So we do HTML like this, right? We do static things like this. Let's say we want to say hello world like this. But what if we have a to do app like this, and we want to add a new task. So let's say we add test, and then to the description of test and select today and click add. So how do you think this got added right here? It got added by this appendChild method for sure. We have other methods as well, but we can, one way to do it, or the way I would do it as a beginner, is use the appendChild and then add this text we took from input, and then just create an option to edit or delete or whatever. We will be building a to-do app project ourselves in the next video, but not in this video, because in this video I want to talk about createElement, appendChild, and removeChild some more, because we need to really understand what's going on here. So in our JavaScript file we are doing document dot let's just add it to body, because usually we won't be adding it to head, of course, because head contains other things like metadata or script tags or css links, etc. Title, the title right here, decode coding. If we do it something like ei, and now as you can see at top we have changed the title. We've talked about this in previous videos as well. So okay, let's go and see the h1 tag and the p tag which have been appended, and we can log it as well. So let's go and create some more element and see some more examples right here. As you can see, they are doing document dot. Let's copy this example from there and let's zoom out a little bit, because it's getting a bit hard for me to see. Okay, so we can do new content and then document dot create text node, and then hi there and greetings. So we can do, what we can do is, let's say heading dot appendChild we can do, I think. Let's see, we can target this heading and then appendChild of this new content. So, and as you can see we have hi there and greetings, the same text right here. So we have another method called create text node, which is just a text node, and we are appending this to our heading right here to the h1. We can do the same appending thing to our paragraph as well. Let's do paragraph dot appendChild and do new content, and as you can see we have that now in paragraph or p tag, not in h1. Okay, so apparently both of them are not working. Let's comment this one out, and yes, we get this in h1 tag, but it seems like we cannot get both of them to have the same thing. Okay, interesting. I did not know that myself. Really interesting. I think it is because of the hierarchy. Paragraph came later, so it overwrote it. Let's flip the paragraph and heading, and yes, it is because it was overwriting it. Okay, so let's do what can we do? Let's remove a child. Right, so let's do document dot body dot let's say let's see some examples. Parent dot remove child. So we have, let's see what we have in our body. Right here we have this h1 tag, right? So let's do let's target the h1 first. So how would we do it? We would add an id here. So let's say id is heading world, just for fun. Const heading html. Let's just try to differentiate them and do document dot get element by id, and we do heading world, and then we do heading html dot body Oh no, not body, my bad. Heading HTML dot remove. mm, no, not really, my bad. I was thinking it the wrong way. I would do document dot body dot remove child, and then we do heading HTML, and this should be removing the heading from the DOM. As you can see, we have our h1 of hello world right here, but if we go to our heading now, as we can see in our body, my bad, in our body we have no h1 that says hello world because we have removed it right here, document.body.removeChild. So appendChild will add it to your document.body, or this body, or this html body rather, and this removeChild will do the opposite and remove it instead of adding. Okay, so yeah, these are pretty much the basic very basic thing of create element and append child or remove child. We will be building a to-do list app like this one, a bit like this one without the modal. This is called a modal, so it is like another pop-up, and then we type and then we add. We would not be doing it like this. We would be doing it a bit different, but we would be doing it in our next video. A very simple to-do list app to show you guys how we take input from user and then add it to our DOM or our document object model. Sorry about that. So as you can see, we have append child and remove child working fully. If we comment this one out and go back, as you can see, we see the hello world here. So basically that thing is not removed. This heading is not removed because I have commented the line which removes the child. So as you can see, h1 that hello world is there, so remove child is not being applied. So we can see that we really need to understand the create element, append child, and remove child really clearly, because that's how we manipulate things in web. That's all it is actually about html, not html, my bad, DOM, append child, remove child, and create element. So create element is basically just creating an HTML element, and appending child is just appending it to the uh, parent element. Okay. Sorry about that. So let's go ahead and create a div. So we do document dot create element and then create the div, not dov, div. Okay, so let's do document dot body dot append child, the div. So this is just a function taking an argument, like where do we want to append the div. I want to append the div in our body, and as you can see we have the div here in our body of our document. And let's go ahead and create new content 3, which will be document dot create text node hello div. Okay, so as you can see we do not have the hello div here because I have not appended it yet. So let's go ahead and append this new content 3 to this div. So we do div dot append child and then pass in the argument which content we want to append. So we want to append hello div, and as you can see we have hello div here inside the div, so it got appended. So we have targeted that new content 3 text node and then appended it in the div. As you can see we have the hello div here. So let's go ahead and create an element instead of an text node, and we'd create a paragraph element. Let's go for P, and the new element is paragraph. So now we should see a paragraph inside the div. As you can see, we have a div and a paragraph. And let's go ahead and create a new text node. So we do new content 4, let's say, and then we do create text node, and let's do hello paragraph. Okay, paragraph div, and then let's append it, otherwise we won't see it. So we target the new content 3 variable or the paragraph. Let's do new content 3 dot appendChild, and then we would append the new text node into the paragraph. And as you can see, we have a div inside the body, and then a paragraph inside the div, and then the new content 4, which is the hello paragraph div text, it will get into the paragraph. And as you can see, we have appended it, new content 3 dot appendChild new content 4. So basically this is the paragraph, and the text is being appended into the paragraph. Sorry about that. So you really need to understand what we're doing. We're just appending things one into another. As you can see, we have the paragraph here. The paragraph text is being appended into P, and the P is being appended into div, and the div is being appended into the body, the whole body, and the whole body is already appended in the document by the HTML file. Okay. Sorry about that, I have caught a bit cold. And as you can see, we have appended this new content 3, the paragraph, inside the div. So we have a P inside a div, and then we have the text node, which is new content 4, inside the paragraph. We have targeted the paragraph and then use the appendChild method and then put it into the paragraph. The later part of the video, you might have found that the audio is kind of missing out on the video, because my audio actually got cut off by some error. I'm not sure how. I did a voiceover and I was not sure what I did say previously, so sorry about that. And let's see what I'm trying to do here. You know what, let's not try. Let's forget it, and the rest of the video will not have sound. Sorry about that inconvenience. Sorry. So like my video, subscribe to my channel, and we will be building a to-do list app in our next video, so make sure to follow that. And yeah, thank you very much, and sorry about this audio thing.